The problem with Wichita is that Joseph Shepard's people's friend. They went to college with him. They went to high school with him. He's been there. Most of the city council, the mayor, and our police officers are members of our community. So people know them personally, and they're their friend, and they are their husband or their wife or whatever, and they know them on a personal level. I'm really good at putting myself in other people's places. How would I feel if my partner or whatever was in there and these people were attacking them online and tagging them personally and all this other things? And so what I'm trying to do is I am tagging them when I personally have something to say to them. I'm not, and I think I've made this clear to people online, I'm not going to email them.
Oh yeah, that just goes into the bucket.
Because then I just have to screenshot their email. I'm still going to get my comment to them and my response out into the world. The problem is that they are not going to then see, if I don't tag them on Facebook and I just share on Facebook, they won't see the comments where everyone agrees with me.
Yeah.
I don't work in the shadows, and I don't think any of them should be working in the shadows. It happened during the city council election. People that were supporters of these people didn't want to have, when I would ask questions and comments, they would pop out in my messages. First of all, I don't have time to be messaging everybody back and forth. Second of all, I guarantee you I'm not the only one with this question. And third, none of this should be in the shadows. If it were up to me, and if I was ever an elected official, I would do it for myself.
Yeah.
I want every conversation inside my office, every conversation when I'm walking around those halls, every conversation I have at an event, if it is something to do with me being a city council member or whatever it is, it will be recorded and I will stick it on a website and you can see every word that I say to everyone all the time, because that's accountability. That's transparency. Them having they have these events with the business people, and then they're
Closed door meetings.
the thing is that they separate them into personal events. Like, they're allowed to have a personal life and go to events and stuff. But if you are going to some sort of chamber meeting or any sort of gala or any sort of event where you have business people mixing with politicians, they're going to be discussing things like a sales tax rate or whatever it is. Those business people have that extra time because they have the money to go to this gala event. They have extra time to bend their ear while this gala event. And if those people are wanting to go support this charity or whatever it is, don't tell those people, send me an email. This isn't a place to discuss this. I'm here not on an official capacity. I'm here as a person. Send me an email. I'll talk to you Monday officially. If they don't have the integrity to do that, people need to understand that's what's happening.
That's cronyism. It's the intermixing between private interest and public affairs. And that's been the way it's been set up forever. So again, we're using old systems, but we have new demands. There's a lot of old demands, but they're definitely here. And it's an issue when it comes to Lily Wu blocking political opposition, Brandon Johnson blocking political opposition, Maggie Ballard blocking political opposition during election time, right? Or there shortly after once they've won. The issue is they're utilizing public property for their private interests.
It's like Councilman Glasscock. We're going to talk a lot about Wichita, they're both from Wichita, but it's all the same issue. You can just take what we're talking about Wichita and apply it to your city, to your state, and to the federal government, because it's the same systems and the same problems right down the line.
And that's a big part of how I'm approaching this campaign.
Yeah.
I'm not a suit. I'm a worker, and I do activism, direct action. I resource people. I work with nonprofits. And none of that is actually going to change.
Yeah.
When it comes to my campaign, do not send me a single dollar. I don't want your money.
That's the kind of campaign before I left Wichita, I was throwing around doing like a council run or something, which I might have to go back and fuck some shit up. But in a couple of years when there's a new race, we'll see. If I did, it would be against Glasscock in District 4, because I'm a South Side girl. And when I look at him as a South Side person, when I look at him, he does not seem to be representative of the South Side I'm aware of.
Who's South Side?
Yeah.
You know what South Side is.
South Side.
Yeah.
I'm talking like south of Pawnee, South
It's
Side,
South Side.
not south of
South
Kellogg.
Side.
Yeah.
And that
So
leads into another issue about...
I was going to say with Glasscock, he has a personal Facebook. He has the Wichita district, whatever he's in. But then he has a Facebook page that says Councilman Glasscock, Councilman Dalton Glasscock. And then in his comment sections, I say, I don't think this is something you should be worried about on your official page. But he said, this isn't my official page. Wichita district, whatever is my official page. And I'm like, then you need to take counseling.
That's what I told Johnson.
It doesn't matter if you say this is not a government website. You put your title in it. I don't, and you know it. You know that when people see a message from that they are seeing it from an elected official. And you have a personal Facebook page that you are allowed to lock down and say whatever you want on it. I'm the same way. I don't want we all have freedom of speech. So I don't want to stifle somebody's freedom of speech because they get elected. But that is what your personal Facebook page is for. And if you don't want the public to see it, then lock it down like I have mine. There are plenty of things that I share on my Facebook that not only my friends get to see, and I'm very picky because I do sometimes share pictures of my grandchildren and my life. And so I paid those to friends only, keeping the separation between Brandon Johnson, the man, or Joseph Shepard, the man, and the councilman, the elected official. And so if you're going to have a page or anything like that you choose to put your name, councilman or your mayor or whatever on it, then you cannot block opposition. Then you cannot block people on there unless, and I know some people can think what you say is a threat, but it's not an implicit threat. Unless they're like on there, I'm going to come find you and kill you, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Unless they're making some sort of explicit threat on there. That would make sense, but otherwise, if you can't say this is my personal page, and because have they blocked you from the Wichita District pages?
No, so there's been a few instances where some of them have. So when I first got involved in protest and such, the Wichita Police Department did decide to block me. And the Sedgwick County Sheriff's Office or page has also blocked me specifically from commenting, but I'm a real person and I will really go up to City Hall and be a menace. So my primary way of getting what I want is to show up to City Hall and to chalk up the entire foyer, to chalk up the entire Dead Cop Memorial. So
You're damaging property.
So it may have been a thing. They decided to arrest me while I was protesting, but refused to arrest a bunch of kids that were doing the same thing.
And you were just riding Chuck on the concrete ground, not on the memorial itself, not inside the building on walls, just the concrete in front of this thing.
So there is a degree at the thing.
I've seen the pictures,
So
I'm going to do it this weekend.
I have a slight respectability for a certain aspect of it, but it's in performative ways. Whether or not somebody goes further or inside, everyone's going to have to deal with the consequences, whether they're good or bad. Whether you will get away with chalking in protest as a matter of how well you can defend your right to protest. Fortunately, I have 5.5 years of protest culture in Wichita, so the police leave me alone. In fact, the city would like to ignore me and have me not exist.
I think that's where someone like me can be more effective because, like I was saying before we recorded, I'm just a middle-aged white woman.
This is actually...
I'm just a middle-aged white woman.
People know
waking
me.
up. I'm not a radical leftist. I'm not somebody that's been involved in the leftist movements. I'm somebody that has always supported them and always believed in them and all that, but I'm not somebody that has been going hard against ACAB and all this stuff, right? I am now. And so for me, it's, okay, I knew it was bad. I just didn't know it was this bad.
It's the whole concept of I patriot.
Yeah.
I am a patriot. You
Yeah.
are a patriot. But we don't go around touting the fake patriotism that we profess.
Yeah.
We embrace it through action, through his embracing of being able to protest.
So I think that it's about this.